Hello everyone. Welcome to this week's weekly market view for Monday, the 27th of November to the 1st of December 2023. My name is Vishal. Let's get started. Let's start with the monthly chart like we always do. And if you look at the monthly chart now, we are seeing a little bit of bullishness coming into the monthly chart, but this is again not showing any direction yet. So we need to go to the weekly chart to just assess what's happening here. And on the weekly chart, we can clearly see that we are coming into this pivot level here. There is a possibility that we might go a little bit more deeper inside this. We have already had one very, very close test towards this level. And because this is a pivot, there could be something inside this pivot that could force the prices to come towards it. So let's go to the daily chart now. And if you go onto the daily chart, we are seeing prices just hitting this very, very strong resistance level of 18,850. This is the level where the market is, finding it quite difficult to cross, and it has tried to do that on several occasions. Eventually, either it's going to hold and start breaking down, or it's going to move strongly to the upside. Okay, so now, based on whatever is happening over here, we will have to take a little bit of accountability by going on to the slightly smaller time frames. Let's say the 75 minutes or the 125 minutes. So I'm just going to change this to 125 minutes now. And just above this this level over here, which is the 19,850 level, there is one more level of supply sitting here, which seems to be a good level. And this is around 19,900 to 19,980. Now you can see very clearly here, market has failed to break this level once, twice, thrice, and somehow it's not being able to get a break above this. There could be one more spurt to the upside, and maybe possibility there could be this one more trap set for all the potential buyers here, and then the markets could start reversing to the downside. So yes, we are at a little crucial level right now. So preferably a good time to avoid longs and just focus on, planning some shorts at good levels. So this is your Nifty. Now let's move on to the Bank Nifty. So let's load the Bank Nifty chart now. And let's wait till all the charts change. Script. Okay, so if you look at the Bank Nifty chart, the Bank Nifty is more or less slightly weaker than the Nifty. If you look at the monthly chart, prices are still within this this monthly pivot, and the moment the prices start moving up, we are seeing a little bit of a sell-off to the downside. Now, what is important for the Bank Nifty is that this level of weekly supply is still holding. So unless and until this level breaks and we have a comprehensive break over 44,970 level, markets on the Bank Nifty may not push the price to the upside. So we might tend to remain slightly more consolidated, or we might even start to move to the downside. So again, at these areas, preferably longs should be avoided. Now, if you look at the daily chart, this is exactly where the prices are currently. And we have this open gap here. So probably the market might first try to fill this gap, or try its level best to fill this gap here, and then probably continue moving down. We can clearly see here that we are in a more of a downtrend here. Price has failed to make a new high. And if the prices do come towards 44,058 level, this will be one more opportunity for shorting, which could take the prices back again to these lows. Okay, so just keep a close watch on Bank Nifty. Definitely a more clear setup on the Bank Nifty is going to be viable during this week. All right, let's move on to the next index here, which is the Nifty Financial Services. So let's load the Nifty Financial Services chart, which is nothing but your Fin Nifty. And let's try to see what the Fin Nifty is lining up for this week. Okay, so just like the Bank Nifty, the Fin Nifty is also more or less giving us the same levels. You can see here on the weekly chart, we have this weekly supply zone, and this weekly supply zone is still holding. There's one more attempt to go to the upside, and that is possibly also that when the Nifty created when the Bank Nifty created the gap, the Fin Nifty also created a gap down. So it's likely that the markets might try to go to fill this gap and then possibly resume the trend to the downside. So unless and until we see a break above these levels, and again a conclusive break above these levels, which is 20,004, Fin Nifty is not going to be bullish. It's just going to remain bearish to consolidation. Okay, so these are going to be the key levels to watch out for on the Fin Nifty for this week. All right, let's now move on to the USD INR chart. So let's load the currency. And let's load the spot chart for the currency. Okay, we're just going to wait for a bit. Okay, great. So now when we start looking at the monthly chart, prices have started to push to the upside. We are looking at a close after a long time above these crucial levels. Market has failed to close above these levels. And you can see very clearly here, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, the market has more or less tried to close, or at least trying to close above these highs over here. Okay, so now what does that indicate? Okay, so here you can see that I have drawn a rectangular box around this entire consolidation. And during this entire phase of this consolidation, the 83.35 handle was not, I mean, it was violated, but we did not have a close about it. But pretty much on the 24th November 2023, which was a Friday, we had a close about this for the very, very first time. So tomorrow when the markets open, we are going to probably see either a gap up or a gap down. In case if we see a gap up, we will see the Nifty and the other indices moving to the downside. But if we do see a gap down, then again, we might just tend to move a little bit into the consolidation phase, which could also indicate that the Nifty Bank and the Fin Nifty would be trying their best to fill to fill the gap which is still open. So they'll try to close the gap, and then possibly the decisive move is more likely to come. If you look at the intraday charts of the USD INR, and although the USD INR has given a break above this level, what is more important for the USD INR chart is also to break this level of supply here, right? So this was the level, and yes, you can mark this level like this as well. Because this level has made a new low, prices have gone and stopped right into this level here. So this is going to be a crucial area in case if we have a break above 83.46, that would induce more selling pressure on the indices. But in case if this supply zone holds and we do tend to get a gap down tomorrow, then it's likely that the Nifty, Bank Nifty might tend to gap up a little bit and consolidate till Bank Nifty and the Fin Nifty fill that gap level. All right. So this is pretty much on the USD INR. Let's look at the India VIX now, and let's assess the India VIX. Okay, so this is the India VIX now, and for quite some time, the India VIX levels were around the 10% handle. But now you can slowly see that the VIX is also slowly and steadily increasing. Now we did have these levels marked, and you can see over here how this 12.54 and 12.70 level from last week also has played out significantly, right? So we got to ignore these long wicks here, because this is the opening prices, which means that even if the price comes to 9.89 to 9.67, we might still see a bounce coming in. Now we are right in the middle of demand and supply here. So now at this juncture, anything could happen. If the VIX starts to increase in value, then we might see the indexes correcting. But if the VIX starts to fade out and starts moving towards the 10% handle, then we will see a slight push in prices to the upside on the indices. So keep a close watch on the India VIX levels for this week, and this is also a good indicator on where the market is likely to move for the coming week. Now, for this week, we have two stocks. We have one stock which is Reliance. So let's quickly have a look at Reliance and let's try to gauge. And the reason why I'm going to be looking at Reliance this week, because Reliance is the heavyweight, and most likely the move on Reliance will probably dictate the next move on the Nifty. Okay, now taking into consideration, let us see where is Reliance placed on the higher time. So we'll get a clue whether Nifty is really going to move up or it's going to start moving down. So on the monthly chart, there is no clear evidence. On the weekly chart, we have hit this weekly demand. And we are seeing some kind of a bounce coming in on Reliance, which could, again, push the prices to the upside. Now, we do have this level here, but I wouldn't give too much of importance to this level because this is the area, this is the origin. So if the markets hold strong, then prices are likely to push further to the upside. Now, if you look at the daily chart, if I just draw a line here, a horizontal line here, you can see that possibly just within this area, there could be some obstruction on the Reliance, right, chart. So now if Reliance does give a pullback, there is a likely possibility that we might tend to, come to this level to the downside. And let me just quickly check here on the daily chart. Yeah, so we do have this gap level over here, and this is that gap from where the markets are pushed to the upside. So I'm going to just go ahead and mark these two levels here. So this is one gap level that you want to watch out for in case of a pullback. Markets might continue to move towards these areas over here. This is pretty clear. So 2446 to 2472, and obviously if that happens, then obviously Nifty will also shoot up. But what is more likely to happen is that, yeah, we are still sitting here. Okay, so let me just go to a smaller time frame. Yeah, so you can see this strong drop-based drop, although this is not a great level, but yeah, in case what we need Reliance to do is to completely break out of this entire consolidation over here. And I think right now it is pretty much struggling to do that because of that 30-minute supply zone. So let's just move the chart to the right-hand side to just see. Yeah, so it has violated the level yet, but there is no clear evidence yet that it wants to push to the upside. But if it does push to the upside, then we do have these levels on the top where it could face a little bit of a resistance. Okay, the next stock is going to be HDFC Bank. So let's quickly load HDFC Bank. This is one of the heavyweights in the Nifty bank sector. So let's try to see where HDFC Bank is trying to move. Right. So on the higher time frame charts, HDFC Bank, if you look at the monthly chart, it's come into this monthly level of demand, and it's holding onto this level of demand quite well. It's also indicating a strong close for the month, right? So things are looking a little strong on HDFC Bank. But overall, if you look at HDFC Bank, the trend on the higher time frame is still down. So there is no conclusive evidence that this will start to move up. So let's go to the higher time frame now, and let's try to see if we get some kind of a clue from HDFC. And now you can see that HDFC from nearly 1453 odd levels is also nicely moving to the upside. So now where can HDFC Bank head in this week? So just in case if we are wondering why the Nifty and the Bank Nifty are suddenly starting to move up, it is also going to be likely because Reliance and HDFC Bank are trying to push the prices of the indices to the upside, right? So we do have this one gap level over here. Let's try to mark that gap. So this is the 125-minute chart. So keep a close watch on this base drop. That's 1538 to 1546. So we are not, we are quite near to this level. So it's going to be crucial, because if Bank Nifty have to move up, then HDFC Bank should also be a contributor. Any weakness in HDFC Bank will lead to another fall in the indices as well, right? Especially the banking sector. Okay, so keep a close watch on 1538 to 1546, and just wait and watch. In case if we see a close above these levels, then we might see a big move coming in the Bank Nifty as well. Okay, so keep a close watch on this. So that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the analysis. And if you do like our channel, hit the subscription button and become a part of the Sher Khan Education YouTube channel. Please do give your valuable comments. We do appreciate your comments, and we note them down. And in case if there is any feedback, we will always include some more things in the weekly review. So take care, everyone. Have a lovely week, and see you all next week. Bye-bye. Take care.
This should not be treated as a recommendation. Please conduct your own analysis or consult a financial advisor before investing.